Hello, you are receiving a collect call from
Artie.
at Johnny Lyle Minimum Security Prison in Springfield, Ohio. To accept these charges, please say yes.
I guess.
Yeah.
Thank you for accepting. Your payment will benefit the Jewish synagogue restoration from the shootout last summer, connecting you to prisoner 103,459 now.
Hello, my name is Artie. Welcome to the show. Thank you for putting more money in my account. I'm very happy to be here to talk to you. The money that you sent was $5 for a total contribution of $10. While I am thankful for this, I want you to know that the amount of money that you have sent is very minimum. I can't call my brother, I can't call my children, and I have to call this show every week, which is $3.75. And I'm doing it every day. And the only other money that I have left is $1.25. And that $1.25 I have to buy my lunch and my dinner and my breakfast. So you put me in a very hard place in terms of being able to call and announce the show and enjoy my time here in rehabilitation at Johnny Lytle Minimum Security Prison. So I just want you to know that I'm very thankful, but if you could send more money, I would greatly appreciate it, because it is very imperative that I have the amount of money that I need, because I have many things that I must...
You have chosen to end the call prematurely. Your account will be refunded in the amount of $1.75 for the remaining time. We are sorry that you had this experience with one of our inmates. He will be sedated and placed in solitary confinement. Enjoy your day. Goodbye.
You know, I don't even feel bad for sending Artie to solitary confinement. He needs to stop bitching about money.
Yeah, like, he was
Money's
supposed to do the
tight
show,
here.
and all he's doing is just sitting there bitching about, like, you did not send me enough money.
Money is tight enough as it is.
Yeah, it's not like we're making much show from this.
There's
Making
like
much money from
7
this fucking-
viewers, that,
yeah.
and like 6 of them are us.
We need to
One
start
of them is
monetizing
Nicholas.
for Nicholas.
I wish. We should start, like, giving Nicholas a paid subscription. Like, we changed...
Like, Nicholas, go to godaddy.com/AustinZach00 and sign up for a free trial.
Yeah.
And, like, make sure you put us.
Yeah.
AustinZach00 as your promo code.
Yeah. And, I just...
And Audible.
I just
Sign up
think
for Audible.
Artie's... Yeah, well, for sure. Artie is so, ungrateful,
He's
is
a
the
little
word
bitch
that
ass.
I would use.
Yeah, we flew him out every week from California away from his...
Hundreds of dollars.
I think that's like thousands.
Well, I'm just saying, like, 100... I was
We don't
trying
take
to
care
be
of the
modest.
finances.
I was trying to be modest. Yeah, we have Ginger, who takes care of our finances, and all she said was, "Whoa,"
Yeah, like,
when we told her.
not to mention, look, I didn't even send him a bill for the medical expenses that he cost me for the counseling that I required after finding his wife gruesomely murdered by him.
Yeah. And at one point, you wanted him to rot behind bars.
I still do.
You still wanted to rot
Yeah, that's
behind
why I don't
bars.
feel bad that he's in solitary confinement.
But, like, we can't do this show without Artie. Like, we needed him to be our announcer. Every other announcer that we've tried has just been complete and utter garbage.
Sure, I like that guy.
Javier Sanchez.
Yeah, Javier Sanchez. He was good.
Yeah, what happened to Javier? Why didn't we bring Javier back?
I honestly don't know.
That's not what we're talking about.
Bella?
She's
She's just, like, breathing heavily.
She's like tearing up the bed back there so she can make herself a little nest. Isn't it cute? Oh, hello, Bella.
Oh, you got the moves like Jagger.
Yeah, she got them hops. Them hops.
If you can't see this at
Oh,
home, but
she's licking you.
we love Bella
I
because she's a
love
she's
Bella,
a
you
cockapoo.
guys.
She's brown. She
Bella,
has pretty
you guys
eyes and she
see.
has a brown nose. And
She
sometimes
does
her
have
tongue,
pretty eyes.
sometimes her tongue hangs out of her mouth. It's so fucking cute.
She's so cute, and she's wearing a nice red and Christmas sweater. And oh, lick me, girl.
Dogs do
lick
not like
me.
anal.
You don't think that's the only hole she has?
She has a vagina.
Does she?
Yeah.
How does she get? Where is it?
Are you kidding?
Oh, there it is. Yeah, I'm so dumb. I'm so fucking stupid.
Do you think that girl dogs get pregnant through their ass?
No, I wasn't thinking. I swear. We're recording this at 12:02, and it's supposed to be a Tuesday episode. But
We're
it's
pretty tired.
You trying to say you're gonna leave?
No, I'm saying we're tired. Oh,
Yes.
look at them audio waves right there. This is some weird audio waves.
Yeah, I've never seen audio waves like that. We need to get into the topic. So, since it's the week of Thanksgiving and the week of MOATAIF, last night we talked about illegal things that we've done that we are thankful did not get us in trouble. And tonight we are talking about stories and people we are thankful to know.
Yep.
But like
That
not
really didn't make sense if you think about it.
but not in a cheesy way. Not like, oh, I'm so glad I know you, RJ. You're my best friend. And, and the laughs and the memories that we share are some of the best. Not that bullshit. I mean, it's true, but like, we're not doing that. We're here for, just
My favorite
gossip
memory
almost.
of Lisa Stanley was when she found out about
Beef Wellington. Yeah,
we talked about
that's
that
a
yesterday.
segue from last week. Lisa Stanley is a person that we're thankful to know. We haven't really talked to her much since the 2012 campaign.
I fixed her computer.
Well, I know, but I haven't really talked to her that much. Here's what we know. She's a pagan.
Yeah, we know that. She told us that 3 years ago.
Yeah. She's a pagan. She's voting for Hillary in 2016.
Is she?
Yeah, in the primary, she's voting for Hillary. She had an affair with Dan Sachs.
We just made that up.
Yeah, we made that up.
Yeah, we made that up. Told Jordan Burkhardt that.
And
she
Jordan
believed
believed,
it.
no, Jordan believed that Dan and
Marisa.
Marisa, not Dan and Lisa.
She didn't even know who Dan was, though. We were like,
Yeah.
Marisa is literally having sex with Dan Sachs.
And she was like, "Oh shit!"
And then she saw Dan Sachs. She's like, Marisa. He's like, he's old.
Yeah, Dan Sachs is like 60 or something.
He's like 62.
Really? Good for him.
Stop,
Anyway, so
Bella,
one of the
please.
stories,
You're looking.
the story that I wanted to tell about Lisa McKinney Stanley is that she's like, she looks like she's homeless.
Oh yeah, that story.
She loves 4-H. She loves office supplies. I remember that when we were cleaning the office, like we were just gonna throw all these extra supplies away, or like donate them to the Goodwill or whatever. And Lisa was like, "No, I'll take them for my 4-H," because she loves horses.
We had
She
so many
loves
pens.
dogs. Yeah, we had pens, notepads, sticky notes,
Fucking tons of stuff.
binder clips, paper clips, markers, highlighters. We had it all. So Lisa McKinney Stanley took it for a 4-H club, which I didn't even know that they would need all these office supplies, but clearly they did. But Lisa McKinney Stanley always looks like she's homeless. She
She always
wears
wears the same beanie every day.
always the same beanie. I don't think she has more than one
I've never
beanie.
seen her in summer.
Yeah.
Like, does she still wear the beanie
Well,
in summer?
here's the thing. I saw her this summer. This is a true story. I saw her this summer, and so just imagine her wearing the exact same thing but minus the beanie, because that's literally what it was. She wears a black beanie. She wears glasses, thin rimmed glasses.
Yeah, like a green hoodie.
And then like just any hoodie. It's just any like sweater. She just has any sweater on. She has plenty of sweaters.
Sure, like
and then like
sweatpants.
and then like
maybe?
yeah, like 3 different colors of sweatpants: white, gray, black,
Yeah.
and beige. There's beige. And then just knee-high tube socks that her sweatpants are tucked into.
Yep.
And old ratty like
She's
just
a
like
very modest person.
Adidas tennis shoes.
She-
Tennis
She
shoes.
is living off a disability, though.
Is she?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Now I feel bad. Oh, Lisa.
Yeah, she doesn't have a job. She can only do
That's
so much work.
And isn't that why she was like? That's why she
Yeah,
was
that's why
able
she
to volunteer for the
that's why she
campaign
volunteers
day
at-
in and day out.
Yeah, because she just, like, makes up her own hours. Like, that's really all the work she
Lisa,
can
I love Lisa. Now I feel so bad. But she was at Tim Hortons. She posted a status a couple weeks, probably like a few months ago now.
do. That's a few months
She
ago.
was at Stop Bella, I swear to God. She was at Tim Hortons charging her phone, because I guess you can do that. And some people came over and offered to buy her a meal because they thought she was homeless.
Yeah, she posted about this on Facebook, and the, like, title of it was, "Do I look homeless?"
Yeah, she uploaded a picture of like what she was wearing
Oh, yeah?
that day, and she was like, "Do I look homeless?" And like my urge to say yes was so strong because that was one of the first things we said about Lisa McKinney Stanley was
Really?
she's homeless. Yeah. So, but anyway, Lisa, we're thankful to know you.
She's a nice lady.
Yeah, I talk about her almost every day, like in a nice way.
She called me, like, a year ago and asked if I wanted to volunteer.
Yeah. For organizing for action
Yeah.
or like
Yeah, if
yeah.
I was like,
Yeah.
too busy.
Yeah. Speaking of volunteering, here's another person that we're lucky to know, or thankful to know, Judith Hays.
Judith Hays was a old wise girl.
Yeah, she's old.
Wise ass, I should
Yeah,
say.
wise, literally a wise ass. She is a Midwestern farmer's daughter, for sure.
Pretty much.
Yeah, she's literally Midwestern farmer's daughter, and she's
like 80.
She's like a
I don't know how
loving.
old she is.
She's like 80. Yeah, she's like a loving wife. Like she moved around the country with Earl, or not Earl.
Roy.
Whoop, that would be scandalous if she moved around the country with Earl Massey.
She didn't even know Earl Massey
Yeah.
outside of the campaign.
Yeah, she moved around. She was married to her sweetheart Roy Hays, who loves Hawaiian shirts,
Yeah, Roy Hayes. He also loved
cowboy hats and
cowboy
canes.
hats. Yep.
Yeah.
Cowboy hats and canes. And Hawaiian shirts.
So Judith Hays.
Always had a smirk on his face.
Yeah, Roy. Oh, they're so cute. I think they're dead. They're not dead.
I think Roy might be dying.
Roy's probably
Do you
dying.
think he's still like dying with a smirk on his face?
Judith added me on Facebook, and she said that she wanted to like get together before she moves, because like they're moving to like Florida or something like that.
Of course they are.
To die. Yeah. But Judith had like curly hair. But she is a Democrat, obviously,
Yeah, good Democrat.
and she's very grandmotherly because she is a grandmother. But she's also very young spirited, kind of chubby. Definitely chubby.
Yeah,
she was fat.
Yeah. Judith Hayes was fat.
Yeah,
like-
Judith Hays was fat, but she did lose a lot of weight because
she?
she's sick. Yeah, so that was sad.
Is
But
her immune system failing?
yeah, she's dying. Yeah, they're dying.
Fuck.
Yeah, it's gonna be a sad day in hell. Or that's not what I meant. It's gonna be a sad day when one of the Hays dies, and we're like, we have to go to their funeral.
They won't even remember us.
Well, they're dead, so obviously they won't remember us. But Judith would remember us.
Right, but
Anyway.
like, if Roy died and then we come and she's like, why would you cut? Like, you knew him for like 6
But
months.
she would be so touched. Let's stop talking about Roy dying. And
But you told me one time that Roy died.
yeah, well, yeah, that was me.
And I constantly think to myself, like, Roy Hayes is dead. And I'm like, no, that wasn't real. Because
Yeah.
you convinced me.
Yeah, I don't know why I did that. But Judith, I remember Judith called me. I invited her to my graduation party, and she called me that day at my graduation party and told me that she couldn't come because Roy was in the hospital. But I just thought it was nice that she called to like wish me a happy graduation and like that she was thinking
You think
about
she
me or
was
whatever.
lying?
Probably. But she called when Ron asked me to campaign for Tom Petter, who ran against John Boehner in 2014 and lost miserably.
Yeah, I don't even know who it is.
miserably. I voted for the other guy in the primary. Like in the primary, I voted for the other guy and then volunteered for Tom Petter once, and I faked all the data. I didn't call a single person. Like, I'm not even ashamed about it.
Really?
Yeah, we went to the Hayes house. Mike Dabrowski was there. It was a little OFA reunion. Roy Hayes, Judith Hays, Mike Dabrowski, Ron Irvin, and I.
That's awkward.
It was. We were all there making calls on behalf of Tom Petter. And this is after the statue thing, by the way. So
What?
this is the first time that I've seen Ron Irvin since I stole the statue.
Did
And
he say anything to you?
nope, he didn't mention it, but it was awkward. I will say that. It was very awkward.
It's like, where's the statue?
Yeah, I would have killed myself. So we were making calls on their behalf, and I was sitting in like Judith's easy chair in the living room, like faking calls. And I just remember Judith has a great persuade call. Like Judith is a great volunteer caller.
I've never seen her call.
She called, and she called every week at the Wallace Homestead.
Yeah,
That's
but I
where we
just
saw
never-
her the most.
Yeah, I just never watched her.
Yeah, but she called and she's like, she's like weird. Like she needs to work on the phrasing. But she reminds me of like Don Wallace, where he's like, "Whoa, you
Sound
sound
out
like
of breath."
that he's on the list. He should be on the list because we love Don Wallace."
Yeah, he kind of rubbed me the wrong way at the end of the campaign. We'll talk
Really?
about that. Yeah.
Yeah,
He rubbed you
well-
the wrong way too.
Really?
He kicked us out of his house.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. We will talk about that. I forgot all about that.
Yep.
Oh yeah, that's
That's the
awkward.
last time we seen him.
Yeah. Okay, let me finish my thought on Judith Hays. But she was calling, and she'd be like, hello, I'm calling on behalf of elect Tom Petter to Congress. Her phrasing was so bad. She would call, okay, hello, let's do a call. I'll be Judith Hays, you be yourself.
Okay. Hello.
Hi, is this RJ?
Yep.
Hi, RJ, how are you?
I'm doing okay. How are you?
I'm good. I'm Judith Hays, and I'm calling on behalf of the committee to elect Tom Petter to Congress. Are you familiar with us?
No.
Oh boy.
That does sound like
That's
something
not
she said.
even a joke. She'd be like, "Oh boy, well I don't blame you because there's a conservative media bias." There's not, but that's something she would say. She'd go through the spiel, you know, she'd try to convince them or
That's
whatever,
conservatives
and
say,
like ask them to volunteer or whatever. And then, you know, I remember she went into this long conversation with someone, because you remember Marisa said something about have a story, like you know, in a persuade call, you have to have like your story, like why you're supporting the candidate, why you want, you know, why you support him, what changed your mind, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so Judith was somehow talking about like how she needed the Affordable Care Act to stay intact because of all of her and Roy's health problems, and that it was the first time that they had like a really good medical insurance that they could afford, and like,
yeah,
you know, so, you know, good story. And she talked to her for like 20 to 30 minutes, and I was just faking a phone call the whole time and just sat there and listened to her.
Like you were on a phone call?
Yeah, well, I kept like, oh, not answering, no answer, you know, all that bullshit. But I just remember, and Judith Hays was a great host. Like, Don and Ellen Wallace are the greatest hosts. But below that, Judith and Roy Hayes, because Judith Hayes had like goldfish bowls and like, or bowls of goldfish. Nice. I mean, and like these like delicious like chocolate cookie wafers and shit, and like she, you know, she just always kept coming over and like refilling my glass of water. Like she was like a fucking waitress, and she'd bring over. She was just the best, Judith Hays. But one of the things I forgot, the main part about Judith Hays is that she loved causing mischief.
Yeah.
And in the middle of the campaign, the Republican office opened. About just like a few blocks down.
Yeah, like really close.
Yeah. And so she said, we should go in there and cause some mischief. And we were like, yeah, we should go in there and like break a window and like smear shit on the walls. She's like, no. She's like, what we need to do is cause some real mischief. Put bed bugs in there, like get some bed bugs and release bed bugs in there, and then they take their bed bugs home and give their family bed bugs.
I'm like, okay.
And we were just like, oh, okay. Like, I don't think we realized how like serious bed bugs were, because that is pretty bad.
Yeah,
like, that's fucked up, Judith Hays. She's like 80 years old talking about releasing bed bugs in the opponent's office. But
just because like they have different political views than her.
Yeah, but Judith Hays has had a great life, I think. And, you know, towards, you know, I don't get to say, but, you know, she did get to meet the president.
She did?
Yeah, and she got to meet the vice president. So,
she got to meet Obama?
Yeah. She was at the event. I mean, I don't know if she got to, like, shake his hand, but she was there.
Oh.
You know, so her hard work paid off. And I still consider her a friend.
Judith Hays is a nice lady.
Yeah, Judith Hays is a nice lady.
Don Wallace.
Yeah. How would you fart? Why? That was so gross. That was like diarrhea.
I want to pause and listen to it. That was a pretty bad fart.
That was pretty bad. So Don Wallace was our first neighborhood team leader.
NTL.
And he's like 70. And
he's 76, I remember at the time, so like he's 80 now.
Yeah, and he was,
around 80.
Wow. And he was very tall, married to Ellen Wallace.
He was also very tall.
Very tall and haggard. Like, she was smoked. She was always drunk. Like, every time that we saw Ellen Wallace, she was drunk.
She was an alcoholic.
But, you know, they were retired, so they could be alcoholics.
Yeah, I don't think Don really cared about her. Like...
Don was an atheist.
Don was an atheist?
Don was an atheist. You don't remember that?
No, he was an atheist.
He was an atheist.
Really?
Yeah, Don Wallace is an atheist.
How
I don't remember, but I just remember it being a thing. We were sitting there one day, and he just said something. We were like, he's definitely an atheist. Like,
oh, he said something about like science.
Yeah, we were like, he's an atheist.
Yeah,
it was probably a bold, but he's just so smart.
Yeah, he's a really smart guy.
He has to be an atheist.
But he's also a farmer.
He's a very strong liberal Democrat for like a 60-year-old, like an 80-year-old man.
Yeah.
But he has kids and all that stuff, and he has this beautiful, like, old-ass farmhouse, like, on this huge property.
Homestead.
The Wallace Homestead. That's where it all started, where we,
started giving names to
our houses, yeah. And I don't know if anybody actually called it the Wallace Homestead, or if we just... Did Marisa call it the Wallace Homestead, and then we just...
No, we called it the Wallace Homestead because we went to the Crable Homestead.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
We were influenced.
Yep. So, Don Wallace was our team leader, and we would go there every Wednesday to... call people, and eat their food. Ellen always made a delicious food. And she didn't have to. Like, they did not have to do that. And they went above and beyond. And, like, they would either order pizza or, like, Ellen would make a full fucking meal. Like, Or that one lady fucking brought chili every week. Fuck that bitch. You know what I'm talking about?
The fat bitch.
Yeah, that fat bitch who always made chili.
She's
like
annoying.
Yeah, she was. She's like, yeah, I brought chili.
Yeah, I got the recipe from my mom.
Yeah, once that bitch started coming, the Wallace Wednesdays were pissing me off. Around that time.
Yeah, we would always get pissed at, like, random people who came there. Like, do I know you?
Yeah.
That was, like, one of the first times.
Yeah, Paul Reichert. When that guy came in, they were announcing the guy, and Paul Reichert's like, I know you, and like stood up and like hugged him.
What the fuck?
What a weird
time
Paul Reichert. That was such a. And the first time we went to the Wallace homestead, we thought we were gonna die.
Yeah, like these random old people's fucking house.
Yeah, and Luke Warren didn't come. Luke Warren said he was gonna come, and he didn't come.
We got out the car and like dogs attacked us, and they're like, "Oh,
don't let him inside." Don comes up. He's like, "Well, hello there, boys." And we didn't really know him at the time.
Yeah,
he nailed us. He like puts his arm.
Oh yeah,
he like puts his.
He loved nailing
people,
especially Jordan.
Yeah, he loved nailing Jordan. He'd like put his fist on and then slap his own fist. He nailed you. Yeah, he'd be like, nailed you. Like, and so and I remember slap your mama. Like
slap your mama hot sauce.
Yeah, we got pizza, and he was like, if you like spicy stuff, put some of that slap your mama on there. Like he made us try it with slap your mama on it. And he nailed us, like, as he's like, how's that? And then fucking nails us, like...
What the fuck? So, like, we're like, what the fuck
We're
is this
so
place?
confused, and we're in the middle of nowhere. Literally, like, his house is in the middle of nowhere.
Like, in the middle of, like, these woods, and, like, there's, like, farmland.
Yeah, and there's, like, goats in a barn, like, that we hear. He wanted to show us the goats every time, and every time we were like, no. We go up to the house.
He loved his goats.
He loved those goats. We went in the house, and they're like, don't let the dogs in. Which we thought that was hilarious for some reason.
Did we?
Yeah, and then we found his porn room. We went upstairs.
Yeah.
We went upstairs to make calls because he like dismissed us, and we wanted to go as far away from everyone as we could because we didn't know anybody.
Yeah, they're like, you can go upstairs.
It was like the first time that we'd ever been there and really been around these people, and it was so awkward. We took our phone packet and went upstairs, and we of course snooped. They were like the doors were
immediately
like,
in this random house.
We like went around the corner and like looked down those creepy ass stairs like in the back. Like
yeah.
We went into their bedroom, like into the bathroom. Like they have like 2 bedroom. It's like you come to the top of the stairs and there's like a big landing where they have like a little living room.
Yeah, it's such a cool like, little thing.
And then they have like 2 bedrooms. We only went in the one though. I think. Well, I mean, we looked in them all, but there's like 2 bedrooms on that wall.
To the left.
And then like you go back and there's like the master bedroom, the master bathroom, and then this another black staircase that we don't know where it leads.
It was scary.
And then on the other side of the wall was another bedroom and then a room that Don was using as an office. And so you open the door and it's filthy. Like paperwork everywhere, books everywhere,
and
trash.
A computer and like
a computer
desk.
And a desk chair. That's the porn room. You know he's jerking it in there. And we mentioned that, and Luke Warren, who was one of the
field
organizers, he was like, no,
he's
that's
essentially our boss.
Yeah, he's like, no, that's not right. At the time, yeah, before he went to Champaign County, he was like, yeah, that's not cool. Like, that's not cool. That's not true. He came there towards the end of the campaign, and he was like, oh, that is a porn room for sure. And we laughed our asses off. But throughout the whole campaign, Don Wallace was like a great guy.
He loved seeing us. He always nailed us.
Always nailed us, yeah.
Loved nailing Jordan.
So when it was time to GOTV, get out the vote, on election day, for the election weekend, we pretty much lived at the Wallace homestead. They had, like, rearranged all their furniture so, like, we could watch, like, the fucking coverage.
Yeah.
And then go out and canvass, come back, and have fucking chili that bitch made. Because towards the end of the campaign, Ellen stopped making food.
Yeah, she just gave us, like, cheese trays.
Yeah, she'd be like, here's cheese. Like, or those cheese sandwiches. Those were delicious.
I didn't like the cheese sandwiches.
Yes, you did.
She always used to make me a vegetarian dish.
Yeah.
I just remember, like,
yeah,
I was a vegetarian
nice.
at the time.
Yeah.
What a nice lady.
She's so nice. Like, she went out of her way to, like, make sure there was a vegetarian option for you, because you were a vegetarian. Yeah, they were fucking nice. They sent me a card a few Christmases ago. Well, the first Christmas after
me too.
the campaign. And they said, like, looking forward to friendship for many years to come.
Yeah.
And I was like, kill me, because we don't even talk to him anymore. Because on election night, and Don invited us to stay. Everybody was there, like, watching the coverage, and it didn't come in until late. And I said, Don,
like 11 p.m.
Yeah, I was like, Don, are you sure? Ellen had already gone to bed. I was like, Don, are you sure that you don't want us to leave? Because if we leave now, we won't miss it. Like, we can get home and watch it and see the announcement. He's like, no, I don't want you to miss it. Just stay here. So, we're seeing state after state after state called, Senate elections.
Obama.
I remember when Massachusetts, the Senate election was called and Elizabeth Warren was elected. I just remember Don was like, okay. Like, he was so happy. Like, and then...
yeah, he was just sitting there, like,
yeah,
with his legs.
And
I remember, like, hit this so well, he's like, yeah.
Yeah. I remember it so well. He was just like, yeah.
He was really engaged.
Yeah, he was like leaning forward.
Yeah, that's what he was like. He was like lean on his legs.
And then he, like, whenever somebody won, he would like he would lean back on two legs on the chair and then like fall down like Jolly Gee Willikers. Like,
he was kind of cheesy.
He was so cheesy. So then they finally announced, they're like, Barack Obama has won re-election. Like, we're able to call it, and we are losing our minds. Like, he goes in and tells Ellen. And then he comes out and he's like, all right, bye, boys. Yeah, immediately kicks us out. And I was like,
immediately.
Oh. Yeah, so the whole time. And he was like, yeah, we'll be friends, bye. Like, we gave him a hug, and he's like, yeah, we'll be friends, bye. And then closed the door.
Never talked to him again.
And we haven't talked to him since. Because, to me, I got the immediate sense when he kicked us out that he had wanted us to leave for so long. But we explicitly asked him, do you want us to leave?
Kicked us out immediately.
Yeah, and... we like wanted to celebrate. Like, we went home. It was like months and months of work that we had finally put in, and now it was all over. We wanted to celebrate.
We sang the Obama song the entire way home.
And honked the horn like a million times, like at every Republican house and every Democrat house, just every house. Every house in general. Yeah, but
pretty sure we laid on the horn the entire time.
Yeah.
That's how you break your horn.
Yeah, that literally is, yeah. We were so excited. But, I still think Don is a great guy.
Yeah, he was an awesome guy.
I saw Ellen Wallace at the mall the other day.
Really?
Drunk as fuck.
Really?
Like, so disoriented. She would not have remembered me, I don't think. But she was so disoriented. Like, she was just walking around like... she just looked crazy. Like, completely out of her mind is what she looked. She looked completely out of her mind.
Sad.
Yeah. It was so sad. I mean, I immediately recognized her, but I know she wouldn't have been like, oh, you're Zach. Like, it was sad. It was real sad. But I fucking love the Wallaces. Some of my favorite people from the campaign. But we need to mention the two most important people, I think, that we met through the campaign. Dan Sachs.
Yes.
And Marisa'sinohio Kanof.
Dan and Nancy go together.
Well, yeah, Dan and Nancy are together. And Marisa'sinohio Kanof. I think Dan's, like, more important to you.
Yeah, for sure.
So you should talk about Dan Sachs.
Dan Sachs, when we first met him, he was, like, really weird.
Yeah.
We thought he was a really weird guy, because the first time we always heard about him, because Marisa lived with him.
Yeah, when she moved to Springfield. She's from California.
Yeah, she moved to Springfield.
Well, she's from Maryland.
Yeah, she lived with Dan Sachs at the beginning of the campaign. She's like, yeah, they're awesome.
Yeah.
They have, like, computers everywhere. They have books. And they make
food.
Good. Yeah, she's like, they make good food. Like, they're fucking awesome people. And she always just, like, talked, like, how awesome they were. We, like, never met him towards, like, the end of the campaign.
Yeah.
And one night, like, Dan and Nancy are randomly there.
All we knew of Dan and Nancy were that's where Marisa lived. Mm-hmm. And last time for macaroni!
I knew Nancy was a professor of computer science at Wittenberg University.
And just last time for macaroni.
Yeah, and she loved cooking macaroni.
Yeah, well, she didn't love cooking macaroni. Marisa loved eating the macaroni.
Yeah, true.
And she kept asking Nancy for more macaroni, more macaroni, more macaroni. So then finally... Nancy came in with a huge a huge pan of macaroni, like a huge.
Well, that's like the regular size
casserole
macaroni.
Tray of macaroni.
It's literally how she cooks.
It's just a huge, and she was like, I was like, oh, more macaroni, because like we just knew her as like the macaroni lady, like she just brought in macaroni, like wearing her fucking raincoat. Like,
she loved that raincoat.
She loves that
still
raincoat.
Has it.
Yeah, I want it.
It's like the signature. You saw it when you were
Sachs raincoat.
Signature Nancy Sachs raincoat.
Yeah, I came over to the Sachs homestead or the Sachs manor when you were living there, and I was like, Nancy. Like, I just saw her fucking raincoat. We just knew her as like the macaroni lady who came in like every week with fucking new macaroni, and then finally I was like, oh hey Nancy, you bringing more macaroni? Yeah, and this is the last time for macaroni. Like, she was pissed.
This is so weird thinking like we didn't even like. I know them so well now.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't even know them then.
Yeah.
But, like, I remember Dan Sachs was there, and he, like, brought his computer, and he was, like, working there, playing, like, 80s music.
Yeah.
And we're like, what the fuck?
We're like, who the fuck is this guy?
Because, like, Dan Sachs, like, when you first see him, like, he has, like, these thick-rimmed, like, he looks like a computer nerd from the 90s.
Yeah, he's so fucking nerdy.
Like, he looks like the typical computer nerd from the 90s, just like 60.
Yeah.
I was like, what the fuck? But after the campaign...
Well, because Lisa Stanley, we were there that last day of the campaign, and Lisa Stanley, the first person we talked about, said we were sad because we didn't have like anything else to do anymore. Like we were at the office volunteering day in and day out.
Yeah.
And so we didn't have anything else to do, and so Lisa was like, "Well, hey, like you could help Dan with like Clark County Democratic Party stuff."
Because Dan loves Lisa Stanley. Lisa Stanley loves Dan.
Yeah, they're in love. They had an affair. Like they had to have.
They could have.
Or maybe they just have an open relationship. Like Nancy like invites Lisa in, and they just all fuck.
I don't think so. I think just yeah.
But anyway, so we talked to Dan, and he was like, "Oh, you fucking sick."
Because
fuck.
Dan is like awkward. He was really awkward to begin with. He's like,
"Oh God,
hey,
yeah."
Oh,
Nancy told you could help. Oh, well. Oh,
yeah.
okay. Well.
Oh.
Yeah, he's so awkward.
He's not
He's
not
not
really
that awkward anymore. But at first he was so awkward. So like we started going over there together at first, and you didn't like it. You hated it at first. You hated going to the
I felt
Saks
awkward the
homestead.
entire time. I'm pretty sure that's why.
You hated going to Saks Manor to work, and like we would just help out with Clark County Democratic Party computers. Like I didn't get very far into it. I liked going over there just because it was something
I
to
knew
do.
I knew everything Dan was doing, but like he had to like teach us.
Yeah, and so, it was like this is how you. It was stupid.
This is how you defragment a hard drive.
Yeah, which was stuff that was like boring to me, but I just enjoyed going over there because it was like something to do, and we were like hanging out.
Yeah, we
and
felt
just
like
had
we were
something
doing
to
something.
do. Yeah, and so then we started going to Clark County Democratic Party meetings and stuff like that, which were hilarious. Like that's a whole other podcast.
Yeah,
like
we'll probably do that tomorrow.
and so then when Dan left the Clark County Democratic, well, hang on, we were at the Christmas party first. Because this is a great Dan Sachs story.
Oh, this is a weird Dan Sachs story.
We're sitting at a table. I just now realized like how fucking weird this was. We're sitting at the Clark County Democratic Party like Christmas fundraiser at a table with Gene Kelly.
Yeah, Gene Kelly, Dan
his
Sachs.
wife, Dan Sachs, Roger Tackett, the county commissioner.
And whose wife was it? Roger Tackett's wife?
Yeah. And she was nice.
She's attractive.
She was so nice. And so we're all just sitting there. It's so random. We're sitting there at a table with the fucking sheriff. Like, and his wife that he's cheated on many times. Fucking Roger Tackett, our county commissioner, in a fucking wheelchair. His sexy ass wife. And Dan Sachs.
And I won, at this Christmas party, I won a gift card to Home Depot. Do you remember that?
Did you?
Yep. And then I gave it to Dan Sachs.
That's so random.
Because he's like, do you want to you're going to use that? And I was like, no.
So it's time for the party to be over. It was a fun party. It was a good time, I guess. We're sitting there, and Dan looks over, because I drove RJ and I there. Dan looks over to me, and he's like, could you give me a ride? He's like 65. Like,
yeah, why does he
and
need
I was
a
like,
ride?
why does he need a ride? It was like embarrassing.
And we knew he was rich.
Yeah, we knew he was like
he's rich,
as
by the way.
fuck. Yeah, and so we were like, yeah, like I guess. And it wasn't that awkward because we'd gone over there a few times. Like we hung out with him. Like,
yeah, we knew where he lived.
We knew him. But it was just weird because like I'm just driving and Dan Sachs is sitting beside me. So like it was still one of the weirdest fucking things.
Yeah.
But apparently Nancy had the car that night, and even though they have two cars, like I don't understand.
It's a really weird.
I don't
experience.
understand. But anyway, now.
Well, what happened was that we stopped volunteering for
the Democratic Party.
Yeah, after a long story, we stopped volunteering for the Clark County Democratic Party. We stopped going over to Dan Sachs' house. And randomly, Dan Sachs messages me on Facebook. He's like, hey. And I ignore it.
Oh.
Because he's awkward. I
Yeah.
ignore it, like, immediately. And then he keeps, like, bugging me.
Yeah.
He's like, yo.
He did not say
Yeah,
yo.
he always says yo to me, and it's awkward. To this day, I still find it awkward.
Yeah.
He's like, call me. I'm like, okay, like, my phone's broken or something. Like, I think like my phone actually was broken.
Yeah.
And at this point, I was like a freshman at Wittenberg University.
Yeah.
Studying computer science. And I see Nancy there one time for like, I was going to like a talk and I saw Nancy there. I was like, hey. She's like, hi! She's like, Dan's been trying to get a hold of you. I think he has some work or something.
She has the weirdest fucking voice.
Yeah, she's like a parrot.
Yeah.
But she's like a sweet parrot.
Yeah, she's a sweet parrot.
So like, I finally get a hold of Dan Sachs. He's like, hello. Hey, and then he I'm not gonna go through like all the O's.
Right.
He basically solicited me, and he's like, work for me."
Yeah, at Saxon Associates,
Yeah.
like his actual business.
So I immediately did, and I worked for him for 3 months before I got paid.
Yeah. Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Three
Why?
months.
Like it was like an internship?
No, he just didn't pay me. Because, like, they were, like, I was working for him, but I wasn't an official employee, and they were, like, working on doing the paperwork for that.
Oh.
Yeah, so I worked for 3 months without no.
Wow.
But I get a huge check.
Did he pay? He like made up for it.
Yeah, I got
like
a huge
he
check
paid
for
you
it.
for it.
Yeah.
Well, that's good at least.
And then I've been working for him for, like, 2 years now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
2
he let
years.
you live with him like when things got rough.
Yeah, I had to leave my house because my mom is a drunk. She's in rehab right now,
Is she? Well, that's good to hear.
I guess.
Well, you know, like she's a horrible person, but like
Yeah, she's pretty.
You
terrible.
know,
She's
like-
pretty awful.
y-
It was really
you know.
sad though. Well, this is a separate story.
Yeah, but you know, it's good to hear that she's
Yeah,
trying to get help.
Dan Sachs took care of me. He paid off one of my loans.
He fed you.
He fed me
Daily.
Yeah, he gave me thousands of dollars.
Yeah.
Like,
Really?
Yeah. Well, I
I
paid him
didn't know.
back, but like he's loaned me thousands
well,
of
yeah.
dollars. Yeah, he helps me.
Yeah.
And if I'm like depressed or something, it talks to me about it.
You do your laundry there?
Yeah, I did. But here's
Did
the
you
thing.
change it?
No, we gotta wash and dry now.
Oh, you did. Okay. What were you gonna say?
I don't know.
You were like, but here's the bad thing. Like,
I'm not gonna say it on here.
yeah, you are. What is it?
No, I will not.
Say it.
He loaned me paint stuff to paint my room
Yeah.
when I got this new house.
Yeah.
I've been telling him for months that I just forgot it, but the truth is that I never cleaned his paint stuff. Like, there's paint all over it.
Yeah.
And I just not gave it to him today.
Oh.
This happened like 5 months ago. He's
Yeah.
been asking for it every time I went over. I was just like,
Yeah.
forgot.
So you took him this.
So
like,
I'm a little like, I'm kind of bad.
You took him these like dirty paint brushes. That
No,
you never
I
cleaned out?
cleaned them today.
Yeah. Oh well, I don't care about that then.
I felt bad though because I lied to him. Like, he's such a
Yeah.
good person.
Yeah, he's like such a great guy.
I'm thankful for Dan Sachs.
Yeah, for
Like,
sure. Like,
I
seriously,
I
yeah.
like literally think he's my grandfather.
Yeah. Well, and he's just like a
He's my mentor.
yeah. He's
Like,
yeah.
100% is my mentor.
Yeah.
He said he was.
Yeah, he's a good
If
guy, and
he's-
he's like setting you up.
He
With
said it.
Should I not have said that?
No?
No, I shouldn't have said it.
Why wouldn't you?
Well, I don't know,
He's not setting me up with a job. He can get me a
but
job
he's
easily.
like he's can easily help you get a job because Dan Sachs is like famous.
Yeah, so like, all I have to say, like, I worked with Dan Sachs.
Yeah.
Like, okay. Work for us.
Yeah.
Thanks, Dan Sachs.
And now a slightly less philosoph. What
I don't know.
she's less important, I think.
She's not like your...
Yeah, but she's
Mentor.
like very important. Like I don't know why. Marisa'sinohio Kanof.
She was like her friend.
Yeah, she's a great friend.
Good boss.
Good boss, yeah. She was the first field organizer in Springfield with her. It was her and Luke Warren.
Mm-hmm.
And we had gone in for like a bumper sticker for the Obama campaign and ended up campaigning there every day. I don't really... The Bush incident happened where she saw Jordan's pubes. Walked in on her in the bathroom.
Okay, let's talk about the Bush incident for a second.
Yeah.
Did she really see Jordan's pubes?
No.
I didn't think she did. We just...
Yeah, no, we just made that up. We
she just
said
walked
that,
in on
yeah.
Jordan in the bathroom. Like,
And then went, oh, Jesus Christ. And then, like, walked out.
had a laugh.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
Every time she, like, said something, she's like...
Yeah. She would always laugh. She would always just be like, hashtag no joke style. She loved hashtags.
Loved
she
visors.
loved no joke style. She loved visors.
Like, this seems like we're making fun of her, but we, like, loved all these
I
things about
love
her.
Marisa Kanof. Like, she's so cheesy.
She loved Green Day.
Oh, my God. She loved
And
Green
Jason Derulo.
Day. Not Jason Derulo.
She loved Jason Derulo.
Mraz.
Oh, yeah, Jason Mraz.
Yeah.
She's literally right there on your Spotify. What is she listening to?
Yeah. Oh, Marissa's at work listened to
Mrs.
Mrs. Robinson by the Lemonheads.
I don't know that song.
Yeah, I don't either. But normally it's literally always that one album by Jason Mraz that has "I'm Yours" on it. That's what she's always listening to.
She loves that.
And she signed my clipboard.
Yeah, she
and
made
that
us.
She made us like
She made us clipboards because we canvassed for her or something.
yeah.
I forget.
We canvassed so much that she gave us like personalized clipboards like with campaign merch all over it. And then at the end of the campaign, she signed it. And it's hanging on my wall.
I found a bunch of canvas packets today at my mom's house.
Did you?
Yeah.
Did you steal them? Did you bring them?
They're mine. Yes, I took
Well, I
them.
know, but I mean, like you.
I have
Oh, like
them.
you're talking about like the Manila folder.
Mhm.
Oh, that's not exciting.
And I have like clipboards with like
Yeah.
do's and don'ts of canvassing, like those
Aw.
papers.
That's history.
Yeah.
And I think the main reason that Marisa, like, was our boss, but she also was just, like, our friend, like, in general. And I think, and more so our friend. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, I thought of her as a friend.
yeah. And I think she thought of us as friends, too. Like, we just had a good time, like,
I think she
volunteering
thought,
with her.
I think we thought that at the time, but I mean, looking back on it, she probably thought of us as like friends, but also utilities.
Oh, for sure.
Like,
But
she loved us using us.
yeah, she definitely loved using us. But she also,
Because like we were her only like dependent.
yeah, and that's why she loved us, though. We were dependable, but also like good workers and also funny and friends.
Yeah.
And like she let us come to the office. She was gonna go home one night because she was tired, and she let us come to the office and play fucking Legos in the office.
Yeah, because we didn't have a place to go.
Yeah, she's so fucking nice. And she, like, helped us when we were going to get sued by Brian Abelos. She, like, talked us out of that. Like,
we should have talked about that in
the
illegal things we did.
That's not illegal. But it's not illegal. That's what Marisa Kanof told us, because she's, like, a lawyer. And overall, like, just Marisa Kanof's, like, just a good friend. Like, she messaged me the other day about whether I should do a political science major and, like, gave me a whole, like, reading list that I should look through and, like...
But you're never going to read.
I actually ordered some of them on Amazon because they were interesting.
The interesting books.
Yeah,
like
the
what?
interesting books. The Center Holds about it's like the Center Holds about Obama winning re-election in 2012. So like obviously that's exciting, and Too Close to Call about the 2000 election.
Al Gore.
Yeah. Anyway, Marisa Kanof, like we loved making fun of her, and it was weird because like at first. We hated her because like we liked Luke Warren.
Yeah, we didn't want her to be.
Yeah,
we didn't want her to be.
And she was like strict. Like she was more strict. We thought.
Yeah, Luke was funny, and he was a little attractive.
He was kind of attractive, yeah. And he rubbed his dick on my shoulder
or
my elbow once. But it turned into a much more love relationship with Marisa, and we ended up like hating Luke Warren by the end of the campaign. We didn't hate him
because he turned into a little bitch boy because he got mad at us for things.
Yeah. Everything that we did, he got mad at us.
He had a little
about.
temper.
Yeah. He literally had a temper, though. He called me at like 1 in the morning on a school night to make me delete that post about Ellen Wallace being a golden girl.
Yeah.
But like she literally is.
Yeah, I feel like Marisa is like naturally better at her job.
Yeah.
She's really good at her job.
She was so good at her job. She was more overly like she did not get paid enough for like what she did.
Not for sure.
And she helped us meet the vice president. She got you a photo with the president. Like, you got to, like, shake his hand. Like,
yeah, Marisa Kanof's pretty awesome.
She got me to sing the national anthem for the president of the United States. And then I got to meet him and, like, sob. Like,
fuck, I love you, Marisa. We should, like, let's go to DC and thank her.
I love Marisa. Like, I need to see Marisa again.
Can we take a road trip to DC?
We should, yeah.
Like, tomorrow?
Yeah, I'm not joking.
How much do you think it costs?
So, I don't know, but we should do it.
You have, like, $500.
Okay, yeah. And, at the end of the campaign, when it was over, I remember you had already left that last day that we were, like, taking down the office. And Marisa, it was time for me to leave. And I was, like, because we had school the next day or whatever. Mm-hmm. And I was, like, saying goodbye to, like, Lisa and Luke. And finally it was time to say goodbye to Marisa. And, like, I was taking out the garbage with her through that, like, weird back hallway.
Yeah.
And I was taking out the garbage with her, and she turns to me and she goes, like, I'm gonna miss you, Mr. Roberts. And we're, like, at the fucking trash can, and I started crying. Like, and she didn't know. So, like, we're walking back in, and she, like, sees, like, tears pouring down my face, and she's like, why are you crying? And I was like, I'm gonna miss you.
Oh.
And I was, like, like, sobbing into her arms. Like, she's, like, hugging me, like, in this dingy-ass hallway. Oh, it was so sad. And I came home and cried about it. And it wasn't just because I wasn't just crying about Marisa, but like this turned out to just be all about the campaign.
Yeah,
but like
literally the campaign.
Yeah, but it was so like when it ended, we had spent so much time at that office.
To the point where we're like for a volunteer hour for school, she's like, just put any number down, I'll sign it. She literally told us that.
Yeah, because we were there always.
Yeah.
We went there. We would get food and just go to the office to hang out. And steal their drinks. we
love stealing their drinks.
We were friends with, like, everybody that came in and out of the office. Like, we knew everybody. We had so many, like, great memories from it, and it was all over. And, like, for Marisa, I haven't seen her since 2012. I have not seen Marisa since the day that she left, when we went to her apartment for the last time.
Have I?
No.
Fuck, I haven't.
Yeah, we haven't. We've seen Luke Warren. We've seen,
would
Ron
think she'd come back to
Irvin, Lisa
Springfield.
Stanley. We haven't seen Marisa Kanof since then. And I kind of knew that day that the last time that we saw Marisa, I knew that for a while that was going to be, like, the last time. And I was also, like, deeply in trouble. I don't remember what I did. Oh, because they found out I got fired from the hospital. I was, like, very in trouble, like, at home. And I just sat in bed and, like, cried all night because, like, I was so sad that, like, what has safely been, like, the best time, like, the best experience of my life. Like, I would say the summer of 2012 into, like, the fall of 2012 was, like, so far
Yeah, it was a good time.
the best time.
Yeah.
And it was over. I don't know. Pretty much, I'm very thankful for everybody that we met on the campaign.
Yeah.
Clearly.
It's still benefiting me, at least.
Yeah.
And I think you.
Yeah, oh, for sure. Just in general, like, it was just such a great experience. Like,
Yeah, but I'm saying, like,
and I think
who I've met through the campaign is, like, still influencing my life.
And I think we also, like, just in general, like, I wasn't really, like, that into politics before. I was just like, oh, the president supports gay marriage, I'm gay, let's reelect him. And because of it, like, I've found, like, a passion, like, for politics. Like, and it's like, it's, fuck, I love Barack Obama, and he's not going to be the president. I'm about to cry. I fucking love Barack Obama. I love the campaign. I love Marisa. I love Dan. I love Lisa. I love Judith Hays. I love Roy Hayes. I love Don and Ellen Wallace. Earl and Barbara Massey.
Who else? Paul Reichert.
Sharon Stout. I even love Sharon Stout.
I don't.
Beautiful car.
Go to the doctor.